Hi, my name is Sierra Garland, and today I'm going to be presenting my invention. I've been calling it the Edger's Nest, and this is something for painting. It's a painting pail. It's dual color with lids. And a little bit on why I decided to start painting was my family and friends needed some help, and so I just started painting with them. And I was up on a ladder and thought to myself, my gosh, wouldn't it be so nice if I could cut in the ceiling and the wall at the same time? And hence I come up with a two-color system. So these can come out, and then you have one big unit that you can put a color into. And I'm going to show y'all how to use it. This is supposed to save time and be a little bit safer, because when you're painting a room, I wish I had a project to actually show you in a room today, but I don't. But when you're in a room, you're constantly painting and then moving that ladder, getting down and moving the ladder all the way around. This is hopefully going to save at least one trip around a room. I just don't have a job lined up or anybody asked me to paint for them here lately. And you don't have to use liners. I'm just going to, because this is my prototype. Ooh, there goes my lid. And these can be used for other things too. It doesn't have to be just paint. It can be like nails and brackets or nuts and bolts. You know, you can put different tools and stuff in them. It's just primarily I thought of it while painting, so yeah. Okay. The great thing about this is that you can keep your colors separate. Also, so my prototype is pretty thick, but that's because 3D printing can't print like, it prints more denser than your traditional plastic injection molding. So here it is in real time. You'll cut in that wall. And please imagine this in an actual room where you have 4 walls and a corner and ceiling and trim and all that to do. But it's pretty simple. Okay, and so the great thing about this is that once you get done with your wall or your ceiling, you can take these out. And you can put your lid back on these or whatever if you want. The great thing about the lids is because it keeps it'll keep your paint nice and fresh, so you won't have to constantly be opening cans and pouring back into a can and pouring out of a can and constantly cleaning these over and over and over and over. So that's kind of the great thing about it. I'm out of plastic bags at the moment, but that's okay. have another plastic bag by chance, Mama? No.
In the house.
Okay. I'm just gonna balance this can in my prototype. Again, I really don't want to mess it up because it's kind of expensive. I'm just being honest about it. But we painted our ceiling and we've painted our wall, and we can go in now. And we can go and paint that trim.
Talk about the magnets.
And so what's kind of cool about my design is I have 2 magnets. So you can put that one right there. You can put another smaller brush over here. Most of your paint pails only have 1 magnet in them. So if you're wanting something that's really small and detailed, it kind of just sits down in the bottom of your pail and it gets really nasty and messy because there's not enough space on your big magnet for your big cut-in 3-inch brush that you typically use. Sometimes I really like these smaller brushes though, because you can get right up in there on a detail. And so I don't necessarily always want to use something bigger. And again, typically you would probably just go ahead and pour your paint in, but this is my prototype and I'm trying to keep it pretty.
Yeah, the other ones have magnets as well, correct?
Yeah, and the other ones have magnets as well. Can't really tell too well because I've got...
Not with the plastic liner.
I've got a plastic liner on that. But there is a magnet in there as well. You can see it there on the side. There's a magnet encased in that as well.
And you do have a patent.
And I do have a patent pending. It's patent protected. My attorney said, what was his term? He said, patent intelligence protection, something of that nature. And so that's basically it. These can go back in.
And they will be...
And they'll be washable, reusable.
Made from what? What is your idea for material to make it with?
Plastic.
Hard plastic or a soft plastic?
It would be a hard plastic. You would want something that would be strong enough to hold paint, not bend and flex and stuff like that.
Okay, and explain the handle.
Well, you just have a handle and you're up on the ladder.
And with the Velcro, you'll be able to do what else with that?
You can adjust it. But typically when you're up on a ladder and you're working in these rooms, you'll only be able to paint this ceiling, but you won't be able to paint the wall at the same time. So you're going around the room. If you're painting a room with ceiling trim, ceiling, and wall, you're going to go around that room at least 3 times cutting in. With a dual color paint pail system, it's reduced down to 2 times. And the biggest thing why I say that this is something that can increase a person's safety is falls are the #1 leading cause of accidents. If you can get off the ladder just 1 trip, that is just that much more safe you've been at work. That's my thought process on it. It saves time. It's less time getting off of a ladder, moving the ladder, moving it around 3 different trips. If you really think about it and you time it, you climb up here, you get set up, you cut in, and you cut. If you can cut in again, that'd be great. You get back down, and then you have to move it. And you got to get it just set up just so right. And you got to go back up. And then you got to do it again and again and again until the job is done. It takes time to do so. It's dangerous being on top of a ladder. Even if it's just a few feet up, you can still get hurt. If you're off of a ladder just 30% more, that's 30% safer you've been at your job. But that's it. That's my invention. That's my prototype. Sits right on in there. I've been calling it Edger's Nest. Somebody might want to call it Cutter's Cup. A lot of different terms for it. And that's my lid right there.
And it has a good cut groove in it too, so it is a snug fit.
Alright. That come off. My glue didn't hold it, but I'm sure something else would probably hold it in that. Anyways, that's it. You can get up there on the ladder and cut in that ceiling and cut in that wall at the same time. And this idea, this invention of mine, I do want to say thank you to my mom. She's my camera lady right now, and my husband. They're my biggest supporters. American made, 100% American idea. And we would love to have some feedback and hear your advice, hear your thoughts. If you have any questions, you're interested in it, please let me know. And thank you so much. And again, my product, I've been calling it Edgar's Nest, and my name is Sierra. Thanks.